British Airways have just released their half-year financial results, and let's just say they are flying high. With 19 million passengers flown and millions in profit, things are looking pretty good. Stick around because I'm going to take a look at the key takeaways from BA's financials. But is anybody particularly bothered, or does anybody care? I don't know. I just thought I'd record it anyway. Let's start with the big picture then. In the first half of 2025, British Airways made an operating profit of £824 million, and that delivered a margin of 11.7%, which actually is very solid in airline terms. And when you look at the IATA data, they say that the net profit margin at 3.7% improved previously from 3.4%. So 11.7 looks very, very impressive indeed. BA flew over 19 million passengers, which is 102% of their 2024 levels, meaning not only is the recovery complete from 2020, they're growing again. And BA's contribution played a key role in International Airline Group's, or IAG's, results as a whole, who posted an operating profit of nearly 1.9 billion, which is up more than a staggering 43% year on year. Now here's where it gets interesting. Let's look at how BA compares to its sister airlines under the IAG umbrella, Iberia and Aer Lingus. While BA led the group in total passengers and overall profit, Iberia actually outperformed them on margin, earning €564 million with a 14.5% margin, which is the highest in the group. Iberia's growth was driven predominantly by strong performance in Europe and long-haul Latin America routes, where Iberia is historically and will continue to be into the future very strong. Then there's Aer Lingus, which turned in a significant rebound as well. They posted an €80 million profit, which was up 7.1 million from last year, with margins climbing to 6.8%. And that's off the back of a 8.6% capacity increase, especially on transatlantic routes using their new A321XLR aircraft. So BA leads on size and overall total contribution. Iberia delivers the best margins, and Aer Lingus clearly is building some serious momentum on North American routes. And before we move on, two other parts of the IAG group are also worth a quick mention. Vueling, the group's Spanish low-cost airline, reported 95 million in operating profit, euro that is, with a margin of 6.4%, which is slightly lower than last year, but it's still a very, very solid performance, especially in the competitive short-haul space. Then there's IAG Cargo, which posted €629 million in revenue, which is up more than 11% year on year, and volumes and yields improved as well, showing that cargo continues to play a steady, valuable role in IAG's broader profitability. And these brands don't really get the same attention as BA or Iberia, but they do help round out IAG's resilience and additional revenue streams as well. For BA specifically, demand across North America is a key driver, and it's still by far their biggest and strongest market. Premium leisure and corporate travel both remain high. Short haul across Europe and Africa has also performed very well too. And BA has expanded long haul routes, reopening destinations in Asia and beyond. Holiday bookings are also booming. BA Holidays was up 21% year on year, showing a real appetite for all-in-one travel options. And I myself have contributed to that 21% increase, as I'll be jetting off on a British Airways holiday next week. And in terms of operations, BA has actually stepped up. In Q2, 92% of their flights operated on time, and cancellation rates were very low in comparison. And that's good news for Heathrow travellers, and also Gatwick, you could argue, where delays are often part, unfortunately, of the experience. And just to give some additional context to that, this isn't BA data in terms of the operational performance. This comes from Interim Analytics. Now let's talk loyalty. Even though BA didn't break out Executive Club or the club numbers, but I guess we can infer a few things. More premium bookings, of course, means more Avios being earned. And higher capacity could also translate to better redemption opportunities, hopefully. And more passengers means more engagement with the programme, which is great, I guess. And if you're collecting Avios like I do through your credit cards, now's probably a good time to be smart about your redemptions. But of course, challenges are still in play. Rising fuel prices, airport disruptions that are ongoing, and macroeconomic shifts could all impact the second half of the year. And there's also the possibility of changes to the loyalty scheme, and we all know about that one, don't we? Though none have been announced yet, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't expect there would be anytime soon, given the bombshell at the start of this year. But we do know when things are going well financially, that's often when airlines start to tinker with reward value. So with all that being said, what does that actually mean if you're flying with British Airways this year? Well, there's certainly more flights and destinations, especially long haul, and there's a continued growth in BA holidays, so better package options should be available. There seems to be more of a focus on premium cabins, especially across the Atlantic, and this comes off the back, of course, of BA announcing that they will be retrofitting all of their A380s with their new first class product. And Avios collectors may see better seat availability and more ways to earn, so it's a positive outlook as long as you keep an eye, I guess, on the fine print. But what I would really love to see BA is the upgrading of the core IT systems. Please. You said you were going to do it as part of the £7 billion investment earlier in the year, but it still hasn't happened. Just saying. So all in all, it looks like BA is in a strong position, and that's good news for passengers. But with Iberia outpacing them on margin and Aer Lingus making bold moves in North America, there's healthy competition within the IAG group as well. So are you flying BA this year, or have you dumped them and are looking elsewhere? And I'd be especially interested to hear from you guys that had gold status in the BA Executive Club program. Let me know in the comments. I'll be very interested to find out. And with that, I shall leave it with you. Please do like and subscribe if you found this video of interest. And I shall bid you farewell, and I will see you all very soon in the next one. Cheers.